This is Nikki in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. Today we will be doing a color and chat, and I'm going to be featuring the Doverspark books for the Dive into Doverspark color along. That's hashtag Dive into Doverspark, I believe is the correct hashtag. I will mark it down below this, so if there's an error in what I'm saying, you'll see it in the description downstairs. So, I didn't have any Doverspark books, but I had seen them before because Donna, Color with Donna, she likes coloring out of these, and she is the one who is hosting this, and then she's co-hosting it with Lisa's Coloring Corner, and there may be some other co-hosts, but I don't think so actually. So I had seen them before, and I had especially seen this one and seen things colored in it, and I really liked it. And I took a look at the books online, and they're cheap books. They're not expensive at all, as they're aimed at children. And so I picked up a few. I've received 3 of them, but there's one that I had to get from a third-party seller, and it hasn't arrived yet. And I'm really looking forward to the one that hasn't arrived. It's the one that I really wanted. And hopefully it gets here before the end of the month so that I can, it's supposed to. It should be here not too long. So I really want to do some pictures out of it for the color along. And no, I'm not going to tell you what it is, so it will be a surprise for everybody, but it is a book that I haven't seen show up on the Facebook group yet, so I keep watching. So what did I get? I got this one, obviously, Circles of Fun Animals by Maggie Swanson. This is popular. I think everybody in the color along has this one. It's so reminiscent of Tabitha Barnett's Circles, or the other way around. I don't know which came first, but this is probably an older book. Oh no, it's only from last year, 2018. Then I'm not going to do a flip through of these because they have their own separate flips, which I don't think will be up yet, but you will get to see flips of them. And then I got Amazing Animals because this one is full of big picture doodles, and I absolutely love coloring these things. Like a full page of some kind of pattern or swirl, or especially this kind of doodle thing. I have found out that these are one of my favorite things to color. So that's why I got Amazing Animals. And then the other one that I got is called Things That Go. And it's actually from a different sub-series, I guess you would call it. And notice these ones say coloring book under the title, Amazing Animals Coloring Book. Circles of Fun Animals Coloring Book. So this one isn't a straight coloring book, it's also a puzzle book. It's called, the series is called Find It, Color It. And there's a few of them in it. And what they do is you get a whole page of an animal, the same animal doing a whole bunch of different things, so that, you know, I should bring you in because we are eventually going to be coming in. So here you can see better. Yeah, a bunch of animals doing something. Here we have skunks, and they're all carrying a bunch of flowers. So some of them are running with it, some have fallen and dropped their flowers, a few of them have flower pots, you know, all that sort of thing. They're all in different positions. And that's what I'm going to have fun coloring, but the find it part of the title is that each one of these pictures has a hidden thing that goes. That's why the book is called Things That Go. So it's a vehicle. This one says, find the helicopter. So there's a helicopter in here, and my plan is, I'm just looking to see if I can see it right off while I'm talking. My plan is to color the thing that you have to find. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it, but it is mixed up in with the flowers and another skunk and stuff. It's actually not that easy to find. So I plan to color that. I'm going to do a color scheme for the pictures and then color this so that it stands out. And yeah, I think they'll make nice pictures. So that's what the book is like. Actually, it seems like the nicest ones are towards the back. This one's cows. I really like that. There's one with dinosaurs that I really like too. So anyways, the first one that I'm doing, and the one I'm going to be doing today, is this picture right here, which it's not my favorite picture in the book, but it is the first one. And I think this is the type of book that I'll probably do from front to beginning, because if I pick out my favorite ones and do them, I'll be left with ones that I feel ho-hum about and will not want to finish them. This way I just do whatever's next. And this one has pigs on pogo sticks. So I got a handful of my light pinks from my various brands of markers, and I'm coloring in the pigs with those. And then I plan on coloring the pogo sticks all the same color, and then I'm gonna go through and you know, color each one wearing different clothes and stuff so that they're all different. And yeah, so let's get down to it. What I want to try to do is finish coloring the pigs, but if that takes too long, I'm gonna at the halfway point, if I haven't finished the pigs, I'm gonna move over into this top corner, and I'm gonna zoom you in a little closer. I'll move into this top corner and we will start working on the pogo sticks and the clothes so you can see some actually finished. But let's see how long it takes me to do the pigs in this color, and then I'll kind of determine. Now I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit further for the color, but I'm not going to go in as far as other colorists do because I just straight color, and I mean, all you're going to do is watch me color pigs at the moment, so you know, it's not really that exciting to watch me color. The only excitement will be, oh, there she goes out of the lines again. As I like straight coloring. It's what I do, and it's why I do this. Not that I don't do some. I mean, like, I use ink tints, and I suppose using those is a little step above straight coloring, but I just use them the way that they're intended. And so what I'm doing at this point was I did these ones last, these very light pink ones last, so now I'm going beside each one of those and coloring one beside it this color. So my next one is here, and I colored that one for this one, so I want to kind of go a different direction. Well, let's go here with this one. And I'm finding they're a little tricky to find all their parts, so I'm kind of doing them in an order. I'm doing their ears, then I do their face, then I find their hands, and I do those, and then I look to see if their arms are showing. Most of them have their arms showing up to their elbows because they're wearing short-sleeved shirts, but some of them, oh, look at that. As soon as I do this and start talking, I make a mistake. I'm not coloring the eyes. Urgh. I colored that eye. Oh well. Nobody will notice when the whole thing is finished. I think that's one of the greatest things. Let's see, he's got a short sleeve on here, so I'll just be coloring half of his arms. And sometimes this is important because sometimes you can't like see the whole arm. You know, might only see a little bit. Like here we've just got his shoulder. I can't see his other arm anywhere. And then I go down and do the legs and the feet and see if there's a leg attached to it. Most of them are boys wearing shorts, and so they just have half of the leg. But a few of them are wearing pants, and then there's girls wearing dresses and that. So yeah, his other foot isn't showing, so that's it for him. Now, I was saying something that might have been interesting. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that one of the things that I think that watching somebody else color, watching these coloring chats, is that we get to see that no matter who the colorist is, that we all make mistakes. And, you know, you can see that it doesn't matter. I can't remember who I was watching. I guess I don't really want to name names either. But I was watching a really popular color tubist, and she's a brilliant colorist. And she colored something the wrong color. She thought it was part of what she was coloring, and it ended up not being. And so she did a little moan over having made the mistake, but then she was like, oh well. And off she went, continuing coloring. And you know, when the whole picture's done, you can't see the mistake. I mean, I suppose we can make mistakes like spilling over our water onto our watercolor picture would be noticeable, but most of the things that, you know, could make us upset and think our picture was ruined, you know, like if I accidentally colored one of these pigs' feet blue, you know, we could think that our picture was ruined, but honestly, when the whole picture is done, nobody will even notice it until you mention it. I see a lot of people do their finished pages, and they'll tell you all the mistakes that they made. And when you first look at their picture, you can't tell. And you can't tell that a mistake has been made, but then they start telling you all their mistakes that they made, and all of a sudden you see them. Or sometimes you can't even see them after they've told you what it was, but sometimes they, you know, you do see that they colored a part of the flower the wrong color, and as soon as they show you, you can't stop not seeing it. It's kind of funny. Would have been better off not to mention. Okay, so along the side here I have some halvesies, so when I get to one that's close, I color it, and then I go and color another pig too. So I think I'm going to color this halvesie and this one here. So the halvesies are a little tricky. I got one ear, half a face, and that definitely looks like a long sleeve. So just a hand, and that's definitely long pant. Oh no, that's short. That's a knee. See, I was thinking there's a knee and there's the foot. I see it. I have to look for the feet. So there we have half a foot and knee. So now I'm going to color this one. So how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm actually doing fairly good today. You know, I'm one of those people where I don't like being asked how you are, because the answer, there is no such thing as fine. It's always a long, complicated answer to how I'm doing. But I went to see the pain doctor yesterday, and he gave me some new meds. Took me off the painkiller that I was on and put me on something else. And I have to tell you, my back is actually like I'm not feeling anything there. Definitely not feeling the pain. It's not aching. It's tender, but that's about the most I could say. So, I mean, this is the best my back has felt in ages. So that's great. Now, on the other hand, the left side of my body, especially my left elbow and my left, I have to make sure not to do the eye, and my left, kind of like my calf all the way down to my foot, they ache like crazy. It's like I can't do anything with the left side of my body. Here's my left arm, but I can't bend it out straight. So I can't lift anything up with that hand today. It hurts too much. Hurts my elbow too much. Which is kind of a strange thing, because this is a new sensation. I don't think it has anything to do with the painkiller, though. It's just fibro. You get various aches and pains with that. Okay, so it looks like she's wearing a dress and showing all her bits, because it's awfully short. But there's definitely nothing on there. Oh well. And I have this halvesy, so why don't I do this halvesy? Though that looks like it's a shirt and a bum, which would be his pants. So I won't. How long have we been going? Have we been going 17 minutes already? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to move in over here. Now, I don't know what color to do the Pogosticks. I want to do them all the same color so that they kind of like blend in. I want the pig and his clothes to be the things that stand out. So I have a silver gel pen here. I think maybe that's what I will use. And then they have twists on the ends of the handlebars. So I'd kind of like to do those. I don't know. Should those be all different colors for each pig? Yeah, maybe I will. That'll be part of the decoration. Okay, so I'm just going to actually color. We'll start coloring in this section here now. We'll do the Pogosticks and silver gel pen. Oh, just so you know, the marker that I was using was a Stettler 320, and I did a swatching of those. That's should be online. It went online today. Today for me is a Friday. And this is one of my kind of like I've got a few just like random gel pens, and that's what this is. It's Gel Extreme. It's from Y&C. Now I forget what company that is. It's something like Yatsumoto or something. They're an actual real brand. They do a few things. And this is a 8.7. And you hear that motor running. That's the garbage truck in front of my house today. For the last couple months, we haven't known when garbage day is, because I mean it's always Friday. It's always been Friday. When there's a holiday, sometimes they knock it to the next day, and sometimes they don't. So we always put our garbage out on Friday, even if we are pretty sure they're going to come on Saturday. But for the last couple months, there have been a lot of Fridays when the garbage just didn't get picked up. And then they came around on Saturday and picked it up. Or they took half of it. You know, they might have taken the trash but left the recycle bins. So who knows what's up with that. And just keep putting our garbage out on Fridays until they tell us not to. Now, I have got a foot or an ear or something sticking out. Ah, no, that's this pig's ear. And it's this pig's arm. Okay. So, you know, I'm doing this for relaxing coloring where I don't have to concentrate too hard, but it's still making me think, because you got all the little body parts kind of twisted and hidden behind each other, and then, you know, a little bit of a person sticking out behind another one. These pogo sticks have patterns on this long part that goes down, but I'm not coloring them. I want the pig's clothes to be the thing that really stands out. And then there's spaces between stuff, so there's a background, and not very often, but every now and then there's a little squiggle, so I can tell it's grass. So I'll be coloring that all in green, light green, I imagine. Well, not I imagine that, but I know I'm going to. This guy's standing backwards on his pogo stick. So did you ever have a pogo stick? What about your kids? Do they have pogo sticks? My oldest son, he had a pogo stick for a little while when he was a kid. I don't remember him being into it for too long. It was probably just a summer. He had a scooter too, when those were all the rage in the 90s. He had one of those, and he rode that thing everywhere. Every single place he went on his scooter. And he would take it with us when we were going places. Well, we wouldn't let him take it if we were going to the mall or something, but, you know, if we were going to go shopping downtown of a nearby town or something, we would let him take it, and then he'd scoot along the streets. Sidewalks, I should say. But no, I never had a pogo. It wouldn't have been my thing. I was a child who had no balance whatsoever, and I am an adult with no balance. Alright, so let's see if I can get this little corner filled in on their pogo sticks. Okay, and then we will do a couple of clothes. This one, this one, this one. You're gonna have to turn the book for a minute. Okay. Couldn't tell if that was the neck of his t-shirt or if it was part of the pogo stick, but it's definitely part of the pogo stick. Sorry, my hand was in the way. I'm trying to learn to color so that you can see the end of my pen and the piece of paper that I'm coloring. There's now we go and cover it up. So we had a nice day weather-wise yesterday. It's like the only day we've had with good weather. Like you didn't need a jacket on or anything. I wore a cardigan. Wore a cardigan yesterday and I was fine. Might not have wanted to go out in a t-shirt without just something light to wear. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and then I think I've got them all in this area. Okay, so there. Okay, so, and I've got these 3 pigs right here have been colored. So let's work on their clothing. So I'm going to put this corner on screen so you can see it, and that's what I'll be doing, is these three pigs right here, and then we'll call it a day. As I usually try to film for around half an hour so that I don't hurt my back. Now which ones am I going to use? I think I will use these ones. Okay, so I don't want to use any colors that are too dark because then they'll cover up the lines. So let's start with light blue. Well, this boy right here is just wearing shorts. So that's his shorts. And let's give him, I want to say red tassels, but and this one should work good. I just don't want to use something really dark like black or navy so that you can't see the outlines, the line drawings. So he can have red tassels on his pogo stick, and that makes him done. Then the next guy is wearing a shirt and shorts. So let's put him in a green shirt. And maybe a lighter green shorts. Oh, that's neon green. Do not want that. These ones that I'm using now are, the name has been rubbed off of them, but they're just Artist Loft children's markers. Got a pack of, I think it was a pack of 36 for $7 Canadian, so they're probably like $5. The Americans. And they're, those colors are very close together. They are very good markers for what I've needed. Okay, so now we just have this girl pig, and we're coming right up to the 30-minute mark. So let's give her an orange dress. Hey, did that guy have tassels? Maybe it has the outline of tassels. Okay. I'll use one of these colors. Let's put the navy. Yeah, it's just the outline of them. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, so we got the girl here, and she is going to have an orange dress. And a big puffy sleeve. Who is this one by? Diana Zurelius. I haven't heard of her. Okay, and now we can just see the tassels on that side. So let's use turquoise or aqua. Oh, and she has a headband, so it needs to match her orange dress. Okay, so let's do the headband orange, and then it has a flower on it. So let's do what goes with orange? Green, but I don't want that because the grass is going to be green. I never thought of that. Well, I'll have to use a light green that's not one of these, and it'll be a different shade. Okay, so what color of flower should we do about this one? This one is a magenta. It kind of clash with her skin, but I don't think anybody wears anything to match their skin. I know I don't. If I had to wear stuff that matched freckles, I would have a very limited choice of clothing. So, there we go. She's done. So, maybe if I hold that up for you, you can see the little bit that I did. There we go. You can see the 3 pigs who had their clothing colored. Okay, so now I will go sit in bed, I think, and see if our internet's come back. Our internet went out this morning. And the phone too, so it's definitely something with the provider. So anyways, I will go check and see if my internet's back. I was right in the middle of watching a live stream too. I was watching, who was I watching? Oh, Susie. And what is her channel called? Susie's Coloring Cottage, I believe. That's who I was watching. So, yeah, my internet went off right in the middle of watching that live stream, so I have to go and see how it finished off. So, thank you for joining me, and I'll just zoom out so we can have a look at the whole page. I almost turned the camera off. That would not work. There we go. That's the work we've done on the page so far, and I will work on that today and finish it up. I love doing these kinds of doodly pictures. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please leave me a thumbs up if you did, and follow so that you can join in the further adventures, and leave me a comment, ask me a question, you can ask me anything you want me to do, any one of my books you've seen you'd like to see me color in, or anything. I will get back to you. I love to read my comments, and I love to answer them. I don't always get to answer them immediately, but I do within a week. I usually sit down when I'm feeling good and go through all the comments since the last time I did. So, in the meantime, Until next time, bye-bye!